This is the 9th time the Ukrainian capital has faced such a barrage this month alone, and still the Kyiv regional administration says that it's unprecedented. They say that Moscow first deployed strategic bombers with cruise missiles and then later sent in recon drones to survey the capital. Ukraine says it shot down all the Russian missiles that were fired at Kyiv, but that falling debris did cause damage in 2 districts. They say no injuries were reported in the capital, but that is not the case in other parts of the country. We understand that in the port city of Odessa, 1 person has been killed and 2 people wounded.
At least 13 deaths have been confirmed in northern Italy's worst flooding in a century. Rescue efforts are underway in the worst affected regions, where an unknown number of people are feared trapped. Authorities are still trying to assess the full scope of the devastation. The rain is less intense now, but the floodwaters show little sign of receding.
Three men have been executed in Iran over recent protests in the central city of Isfahan, the country's judiciary system said on Twitter. They were sentenced to death over the killing of 3 members of the Basij parliamentary force during demonstrations following the death of Mahsa Amini. Activists say they were tortured into confessing.
I'm here at the Old City in Jerusalem. Behind me is Damascus Gate. It's the main entry to the Muslim quarter here in the Old City. And it's where thousands of Israelis are parading through, waving the Israeli flag, marking Jerusalem Day, Israel's capture of East Jerusalem in 1967. For Israelis, it's a day of celebration. They see this as the day Jerusalem was unified as their capital. But according to international law, Israel occupies East Jerusalem.
Authorities in Malawi have arrested more than 400 refugees and asylum seekers on Thursday, including 100 children in the capital, Lilongwe. The crackdown came about 2 months after the government issued an ultimatum for people to return to Dzaleka, an overcrowded camp north of the city. Malawi is home to almost 70,000 refugees and asylum seekers, according to the UN's refugee agency, the UNHCR. Most live in Dzaleka, a refugee camp currently hosting more than 56,000 refugees.
It collapsed.
Tonight, 2 construction workers are missing after a massive 5-alarm fire in Charlotte, North Carolina. The rapidly moving flames began around 9 a.m., taking over an apartment building under construction. The dense smoke could be seen for miles. More than 90 firefighters responded. Officials say rescuing 15 workers from the construction site, including 1 pulled from a crane and taken to the hospital.
UN officials have been warning for years of the risk of an ecological disaster off the coast of Yemen. A massive oil tanker, the FSO Safer, is in an advanced state of decay and could now break apart or even explode if nothing is done. After years of searching for a solution, the UN finally obtained the funds to salvage the ship from international donors. Moving it will cost more than $100 million. A great deal less than the estimated $20 billion cost of a cleanup if there's an oil spill.